Hello guys, we're now back to IDS and we are Oxy implant stand, and we have some here fascinating things here. And
Hi.
Mr. Stefano, who will be representing Oxy implants and telling us more about magical. I think I know that guy. Okay. Stackable guides by Oxy implant system.
Yep. What we are looking at here is a system of stackable guides. Namely, we call this the P-cube system, that allows the surgeon to exactly replicate on the actual patient what was planned on the virtual one. The idea is to, complete the positioning of the prosthetic element through a guided approach. So we start off with the first stackable element, which is a kind of two-supported index that allows the placement of the base guide. The base guide, that is this blue element right here, will not be moved during the surgery, so it will stay in place during the whole procedure. Right after that, I remove the two-supported index and I can have a full access to the surgical field. So I can open the flap, for example, remove the failing teeth, doing even bone augmentation procedures, and then move on with the implant placement. The implant placement will be done by fixing the surgical guide directly on the same screw casings used for the first part of the surgery. You can see here that we exploit two different technologies: 3D printing and titanium milling.
Nice. Okay.
In order to, combine the properties of the two materials, the precision of the 3D printing and the mechanical properties of titanium. So we go on by placing the implant, but here we can see our one-piece implant fixer, a patented solution that actually features a built-in multi-unit abutment. Right after having the implants in place, I can remove the implant guide, complete the positioning of, for example, temporary abutments, and then position the prosthetic element. As you can see, we are using the same casings used in the previous phases of the surgery. Right on, we can, use some resin in order to build and actually put together our prosthetic element, remove the old system, so the base guide goes away. We can close the flap in case we are not working flapless, of course. And right after that, I can ultimate the positioning of the prosthetic element according to what was planned before. So the final position is exactly the same that I programmed. In this way, the occlusion relationship between the two arches is fully respected.
Okay, so do you offer like some sort of software solutions?
You mean stoppers?
No, do you offer some sort of a service, designing service, or software solutions,
Absolutely.
planning?
We actually, the idea behind ODS, which is the Oxy Digital Solution Division, is to provide users with a full set of solutions, ranging from intraoral scan to CBCT. Of course, digital matching of the data, which is kind of the big thing, so we have a software dedicated to that. And we also carry out all the surgical planning alongside with the surgeon. We are in contact constantly with the technician in order to, find the solutions that are actually beneficial for both the ends of this kind of approach. At the end of the day, I mean, the surgeon is never alone when he operates. The technician must be fully, he really has to have a full knowledge of what is going on. And of course we print the guides, and of course we mill the guides as well in order to come up with this kind of solution. I have one thing that I want to show you.
Okay.
Follow me. These are all other very interesting examples of what can be done with digital technologies. For example, here we have a very complex geometry where we have both the implant guide as well as the arthrostomy guide in the same piece.
Okay, I have never seen such thing before. Okay.
This is very unique. Or for this one, apicectomy. we do these kind of things also for biopsies, for example, just in order to allow the surgeon to be more comfortable and secure while doing operations that are not directly connected to implant placement. This is our mission somehow.
That's literally guided surgery.
Yeah, and and I have another thing that I want to share with you. We developed a research protocol with the Ospedale San Paolo of Milan, where we are treating post-oncologic patients. So what we are doing with them is to, print surgical guides for the bone collection from the fibula, a surgical guide for the placement of such graft, a graft that will be, treated with microvascular surgery in order to have the graft suitable for the placement in the mandible, and then of course everything that we saw together a moment ago for giving to these patients a final and definitive restoration. This is a life-changing technology, and everything is possible thanks to the digital approaches.
So, would be actually very nice if you could show any website address where we could find your products.
Actually, you can just go to oxyimplant.com.
Oxyimplant.com, yes?
I also advise you to take a look at our YouTube channel, since we have a very, very interesting series of videos. And soon you will also be able to see the last 3D video that I'm very proud of, because I did it myself, where you can see some of our latest news in terms of either built-in or two-pieces implants.
What's so special about that system?
Well, for example, you can see here the whole family together. Our most iconic implant is a one-piece implant, where the multi-unit abutment is, say, built in with the implant body itself. The design of that abutment is very gentle on soft tissue and very well received and well tolerated by soft tissues. So we try to follow through with this philosophy, doing a pterigo implant, a zygomatic implant, and replicating this kind of very sophisticated multi-unit abutment on conometric implants as well.
And what about the geometry, the top geometry of the multi-unit implant? Is it like Nobel compatible, or let's call it universal?
Well, in this case it is unique. As you can see, the connection is on top of the multi-unit abutment. Yeah. This is a unique design, patented. That can be used.
What about the prosthetic parts? So we would need to get some, for example, laboratories or clinics who like to print their own direct prosthetic bridges, for example, like those American systems by Jonathan Abename or Powerball, or for example, Rosin's crew. They're crazy about now printing all that crap.
We provide everything you need in order to finalize the case.
So you would be actually happy to provide your users with open CAD library, for example, for FreeShape, Dental Wings, or ExoCAD?
We already do.
Is it possible? Yeah.
We already do.
The scan bodies, the libraries.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean.
No secret, no closed doors.
Nah.
So you need to send only, I don't know, to Core 3D Center or something like that. No?
No, don't worry about that. As I mentioned, there is a patent that actually protects us, especially when it comes to digital placement, guided placement of the implant. This monolithic implant is the only one patented for such use. And that's why we try to, as I mentioned, to complete the range with the zygomatic implant, the pterigo one, and the two-piece as well. It's very well tolerated from soft tissues. We have incredible results in the midterm, since the implant was launched 4 years ago. The first cases were done 4 years ago. And actually, we are already developing a new line, but I cannot tell you more at the moment.
Okay, understand. Okay, well, then, thank you very much. It was really interesting.
It's a pleasure.